and Queen Street. Right after they kicked in the door, you can see 4 people going in one by one. 3 of them, you can see they have guns in hand. Now, at what point one of them looks in a drawer, and then you can see 2 of them walk down a hallway and go into 2 of the rooms. 4 people were home at the time: a 33-year-old woman, a 5-year-old girl, 4-year-old boy, and 54-year-old. They were all home. Police provided these pictures of the suspects, but as you can see, they are pretty difficult to make out the faces, but please do take a close look. See if there's anything about them that you recognize. Police say the suspects demanded money and jewelry and then pistol whipped the woman and little girl, the 5-year-old girl. Ultimately, they took a cell phone and fled. We're told the woman and the little girl, they had cuts. They were taken to the hospital, but the search is on this morning for these 4 suspects who broke in. This was around 1 a.m. Live on Staten Island. Janice Yu, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Janice, thank you. After Jonathan Majors found guilty of assaulting and harassing his now ex-girlfriend, Disney, which is the parent company of WABC-TV, says they won't be moving forward with Majors on future Marvel film projects. The 2 misdemeanor counts Majors was found guilty on could have him facing up to a year behind bars. In a statement, Majors' lawyer says they look forward to fully clearing his name.
6:09 happening today. Governor Hochul is expected to sign a bill.
7 Eyewitness News.
The busiest holiday travel season in years. We have what you need to know before you head out.
Plus, a retired teacher on Long Island arrested and now charged with sexually abusing students.
And we are following breaking news. 4 people shot in Queens. We are told one of the victims is in critical condition. Shots rang out this afternoon near 143rd Street and Foch Boulevard in South Jamaica. Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kim is on his way to that scene, which, as you can see, is still very active. We, of course, will check in with him when he arrives. Good evening at 5 o'clock. I'm Sam.
Dan, thank you very much. Meanwhile, perhaps by coincidence, we are following some breaking news involving the commute. It's not good news. New Jersey Transit service is now suspended on the busy Northeast Corridor and North Jersey coastlines. That's all because of what police are calling police activity. It's happening in North Elizabeth. These are New Jersey Transit's 2 busiest lines. We're going to, of course, keep you posted as to any new developments.
An Israeli American with deep ties to New York is the latest hostage to be reported.
County to see what they can salvage. Homes in Little Falls, Wayne, and in Patterson flooded, of course, after heavy rains caused the Passaic River to overflow to huge levels. 60 or so homes in Little Falls, just alone there, sustained significant water damage, we're told. The Red Cross giving out kits of cleaning supplies and food.
We're trying to just get all this stuff cleaned up and our heat restored back to our home, our washer and dryer to have my kids' clothes washed. It's a disaster.
Well, the mayor of Little Falls now says he's now turning his attention to try to prevent another flooding disaster by pushing for federal funding to elevate homes in flood-prone areas.
A disturbing story on Long Island. A retired teacher charged with sexually abusing students decades ago. The charges involve 2 former students at 2 schools in Bayshore. Eyewitness News reporter Kristen Thorne live in West Bayshore with the story. Kristen, police fear there could be other victims?
Well, absolutely. When we're looking at the number of alleged victims, Sandra, yes, Thomas Bernagosi was an elementary school teacher here in the Bayshore School District, including here at Gardner Manor Elementary School from 1970 to 2000. The Bayshore School District says he has had no association with the school district since 2000. But after the school district received dozens of New York State Child Victims Act complaints, they countersued and added Bernagosi into those complaints. According to the Suffolk County DA, 76-year-old Thomas Bernagosi of Babylon has been named in 45 individual civil lawsuits under the New York State Child Victims Act. Robert Hubbard filed one of them. He says he was a student of Bernagosi's in 1976.
Sit me on his lap, wet his hands, and he would fondle me and do other things. Like I said, I don't really want to get into what he did.
The Suffolk County District Attorney is not pursuing criminal charges involving Hubbard's claim because it happened outside the statute of limitations, but is with 2 other claims. Prosecutors say in those claims, Bernagosi is accused of sexually abusing a student from 1989 through 1991 and another student between 1997 and 2000. Suffolk DA Ray Tierney said in a statement to Eyewitness News, the sheer magnitude of what this defendant is alleged to have committed is astounding. This defendant allegedly betrayed the trust of his students, their families, and their community. But for some people who fondly remember Bernagosi as Mr. B, they're having a difficult time believing the accusations. Robert Carrozza is one of them.
I was a student of his in 1986, 1987. I just can't imagine this ever happened. I just can't. When I was in his class, nothing of the sort untoward ever happened.
Carrozza said Bernagosi was the 3rd grade teacher everyone wanted. He was engaging, creative, and cared deeply about his students.
This human being is one of the nicest human beings I've ever met, and I feel like his name is being dragged through the mud and shredded.
Hubbard's attorney is representing 42 other men, most of them former students of the Bayshore School District, in their complaints against Bernagosi. I did reach out to Bernagosi's attorneys. They did not get back to me. He has been released without bail, and he currently has a GPS monitor. We're live in West Bayshore. I'm Kristen Thorne, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Disturbing story indeed. Kristen, thank you for that. As we continue with Eyewitness News at 5.